smell the coffee here. It's Monday here at Muscle in the Morning, and I'm Dave Palumbo, and it's February 25th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I'm about to drop a Monday morning knowledge bomb on you guys that I'm positive that not even the biggest bodybuilding trivia nerd would even know. So here we go. Did you know that in the entire history of the Bikini International competition, there's never been a UK athlete who's received an invite until this year? And do you know who the lonely soldier is flying that flag? Well, it's Karina Skowronska, who also happens to be one of our pre-show dark horse favorites. After the way she closed out last season, I think Skowronska showed enough to prove that she can hang with just about anyone in the business. So if she comes in at her best, she has enough talent to be a legitimate top 5 threat. I've known enough athletes over the years who've gotten injured to understand that most of the time, getting over the mental hurdle of the recovery process is way more difficult than the physical setbacks. But thankfully for him, Calum Von Moger seems like he's never been a slouch in the mental toughness department. Despite having his 2018 season derailed by a nasty torn biceps and patellar tendon injury, it seems like one of the more entertaining personalities in the fitness world is starting to hit his stride again. Unfortunately, injuries are one of the things that are a fact of life for anyone who's trained seriously for a sport. But that doesn't mean it doesn't suck to see an industry favorite having to go through it. So hopefully for Calum, he can stay away from the injury bug moving forward and get back to focusing on the stuff that made him great. I don't know how many of you guys out there are old enough to remember those old Army commercials they had that had the tagline, "Be all you can be." But in my head, I'd like to believe that somewhere in his house, Akim Williams has a bunch of those camo "Be all you can be" stickers slapped all over the place, just because he's that kind of a badass. According to the reports I'm hearing from my people up north, this will be beyond any shadow of a doubt the best version of Akim Williams that we've ever seen. So if he figures out a way to land in the top 3 or 4 here, every person that sees him out there in the expo hall should throw up a certified Army salute to applaud that military effort. I don't know about you guys, but I have a thing about giving people rides. I'll do just about any favor for anyone if they ask. I'm definitely not a selfish person, but for some reason I seriously hate it when people ask me to pick them up or take them anywhere. I'm not a taxi. Go call Uber, or better yet, go call Charles Griffen. In celebration of International Chest Day, the coldest bodybuilder in Minnesota decided it was a good day to give 5 plates a ride on the CJ Express. Based on the photos and video I've seen, Griffen and his team haven't even pulled up on the range yet so far this off-season. So as long as he can keep up the intensity, he's going to make some serious noise a few months down the road. I want to throw this out there. Being a trailblazer is overrated. Yeah, there's definitely something to being the first person to venture into uncharted territory, but there's also something to traveling down the known road and hitting the same potholes as the people who came before you. And I think that's the position Derek Lunsford is in right now. He's heading into the year with heavy expectations and a lot of eyes on him, all wanting to see something they've never seen before, which is crazy to me. Whether it be Derek or someone else, the heir apparent will be following in the footsteps of a 7-time 212 Olympia champ. You don't have that level of success without doing a lot of stuff right. So will his journey to get there look a little different? Yes, absolutely, because he's a different person with different circumstances. But at the end of the day, the end of the road holds a lot of rich rewards, and it ain't a bad place to be. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.